good day to you all. This is Double JTV once again, and it's spooky season. So, in the spirit of the season, we are going to talk about the movie Werewolves, a movie that I never heard of until Hulu recommended it to me. So, let's get into it. Werewolves is a dystopian monster movie released in 2024. Directed by Stephen C. Miller, and made with a $2 million budget. It earned about $2.3 million at the worldwide box office, making it a box office flop, with a Rotten Tomatoes score of 48% and an IMDb score of 4.4 out of 10. Starring Frank Grillo, because of course this movie does. Seriously though, I tend to like Frank Grillo movies. And we also have Katrina Law, Ilfunish Hadera, I'm sure I butchered that name, and Mr. Lou Diamond Phillips, you know, the La Bamba guy. And this movie can best be compared to cross between the second Purge movie meets Resident Evil Apocalypse.
What? What the fuck?
Just replace the zombies with werewolves. Two movies I love, by the way. For some reason, and I have no idea why, I have always had a fondness for the survival through the dystopian city type movies. So, we start out by learning that 1 year ago, during a supermoon, that humans who were exposed to the moonlight rays turned into werewolves, and then did what werewolves do, like hunt other people and stuff. So, this year, in response, people are barricading their homes, gathering weapons, and setting self-defense traps. You know, just like the Purge movies. Wesley, a former Marine and now scientist, who lost his brother the year before, and now cares for his brother's wife and daughter, starts out the movie by barricading the house for the girls before he has to report to the lab to test a possible werewolf cure during tonight's supermoon. We then get some backstory, feeling stuff that doesn't really matter. Fast forward to the night, and the scientist tests the cure called Wolf Screen, and it initially works. But I'll bet you can't guess what happens next. While the scientists are busy doing science-y stuff, the cure fails to work permanently, wearing off after an hour or so. Then the test subjects transform into werewolves and tear through the facility, because it would be pretty boring if it worked in that end of the movie. Even Lou Diamond Phillips is killed here, but not Wesley. He and Amy, a fellow scientist, take Wolf Screen, gear up, and leave for Wesley's house. And wouldn't you know it, the van they stole crashes and they are forced to go through the streets on foot, where they run into werewolves, nutcase militia guys fighting werewolves, and some weird trash bag hood people for some reason. But before they can reach Wesley's house, Amy is killed, which I'm surprised took so long, but you know, it is what it is.
An 18-wheeler spins out of control, and it's all like, brush! In this huge tanker full of dynamite, crawl, crawl, crawl.
Now, during all the Wesley and Amy street shenanigans, the girls, Lucy and Emma, try to wait out the night. But you know that ain't happening. Not in this movie. Their crazy gun nut dick of a neighbor ends up turning into a werewolf and continues his dickish ways to attract other werewolves. And after a cat and mouse game of Lucy and Emma trying to fight the wolves off, eventually the werewolves break in. But just in time, Wesley arrives and kills all but the head dick werewolf. But Wesley's all out of serum. So what does Wesley do? He does what only Frank Grillo can do. He tears off his shirt and turns into a werewolf himself, obviously.
My nipples, they hurt! They hurt when I twist them!
So Wesley and Dick Werewolf fight, and obviously Wesley wins. Dawn comes, and he turns back into a human, and that's pretty much where the movie ends. And I have to say, even though I poked some fun at it, I really enjoyed it. Now, is it groundbreaking Shakespeare?
No.
Does it revolutionize the werewolf genre? do you have to turn off your grown-up brain so you don't question the plot or elements in it? Absolutely. Now, this movie has a lot going against it, but it has one thing going for it. Possibly the most important thing. It's fun and entertaining. It's exactly what you would expect from looking at the movie poster. The characters aren't deeply explored because they don't have to be. I mean, come on. No one's watching a movie titled Werewolves expecting deep character building.
I'm super cereal.
We basically get enough character and world building to know what's going on in between action sequences, which is just fine with me. And I thought the werewolves looked pretty good. It was cool to me that they used practical effects for the werewolves instead of just green screening it and CGIing it to hell. It kind of reminds me of American Werewolf in London. It has that kind of aesthetic to it. And you really don't see a whole lot of that anymore. It's just a fun movie that won't bore the shit out of you. And I don't know about you all, but I haven't seen a decent werewolf movie in a long time. And no, the Wolfman movie that was released back in January of this year was not a good movie. To me, it was insanely slow and boring. And I'm sorry, but Julia Gardner, in my opinion, is a crappy actress.
You suck!
But maybe that's a subject for another video. Anyway, in conclusion, Werewolves was a surprisingly fun and entertaining movie. It's not for everyone, sure, but I believe if enough action horror fans give it a shot, it would gain a cult following. And I gotta ask, has anyone else ever heard of this movie? And have any of you ever seen it? And if so, what did you think of it? And any other thoughts you have about Werewolves 2024, leave them in the comments. This has been Double JTV once again. And, of course, hashtag Freak Nation, everybody. If you like what you just watched, then please like, share, and subscribe. And if you didn't like it, then I thank you for hanging in there until the end.